Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for July 2024. Now when we're using numerology to look into the forecast of a period of time such as July 2024, we really want to look into two areas. The first area are what the universal year and month number is that influences every single one of us. Another name for these numbers is the world year number and the world month number for July, or the universal year number and the universal month number for July. And the other side that we want to look at are our own personal year number and our own personal month number for July. Let me first of all give you the forecast for July's universal or world year and month number that influences every single one of us, regardless of what our own personal year and personal month numbers are, which I will jump into the forecast for those following this universal world year and month number for July. So, the world universal year number is an 8 for all of 2024. That is a very powerful number to be aware of because it's influencing every single one of us for this entire year. The 8 is the number of manifestation. It's a number that governs the law of vibration, the law of attraction, the law of manifestation. That's why it's so important to understand how the law of vibration, the law of attraction, and the law of manifestation works. Everything is energy. We are energetic beings. We are energetic spiritual beings having a human experience. We're not a human being having a spiritual experience. Everything in this universe has an energy vibration, especially our thoughts and our emotions. And those thoughts and those emotions are attracting, creating, manifesting whatever they are generating out. So in other words, like attracts like. Our energy from our thoughts and our emotions will attract people, experiences, situations, and things that mirror whatever we're sending out. So that means it's very important for us to be extremely aware of what we're sending out. What are we sending out through our thoughts and our emotions? Because we're attracting it back. So this year is giving us a great opportunity to get clear about that, to monitor ourselves with self-evaluation and self-examination. What am I thinking? Why do I think that? How does it make me feel? And taking the steps to reprogram those thoughts so we can feel better, to change our perceptions to something of a bit more optimistic and a positive mindset, to be able to view problems from that higher point looking down, to depersonalize and detach from all the drama, to prevent ourselves from escalating in an emotional way into all the wrongs and all of the problems and all of the fears and worries, and move into a higher frequency of trust, of faith, of belief that all is well in our world, because we attract what we focus our attention on the most. So therefore we need to focus most of our attention upon what it is that we want and what is good and what makes us feel good, more so than we focus our attention on what we don't want, what is wrong, what is painful, what we worry about. It's as simple as that. It's really not rocket science. If you don't want it, if you don't like feeling like shit, then change your mind. Cancel, clear, delete in the moment. But you first of all need to become self-aware so you can catch yourself out when you're heading down that road. When you start thinking and feeling and worrying and dwelling on things and shifting gears into that higher frequency of positivity, being able to be more understanding, being able to release and forgive and let go and move on towards better things. That is one of the key themes of number 8. There are many other themes, but that is the most important one for everybody to know this year. If you'd like to know more about the 8 in further detail, then check out my forecast for the universal year number 8, 2024, a year where make magic happen. And I'll put the link for that video in the instructions or the description for this YouTube video. So you can click on it, find it, listen to some more. And also really get your head around the manifestation process. Get to understand the intricate details of the law of attraction manifestation process. You can do that by connecting with information on YouTube for free, videos from Abraham Hicks, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer. There are so many authors out there and speakers and teachers teaching you how to do this, and it's in your best interest that you learn. Now, for the month of July, we get the universal year number 8, and we add that to July, which is a 7. 8 and 7 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. That means that July is a number 6 universal month number within the universal 8 year. The 6 is about spending more time on the relationships in your life. It's to do with people. So this is a month where it's really important for us. We are being encouraged to become more understanding, being able to view things from other people's points of view, be more open-minded, more forgiving, more kinder, more gentle, more softer. The 6th universal month is encouraging us to do more for others. Instead of what can I get from this person or what can I get from this situation, what do I have to offer? What can I give? How can I make another person feel better? How can I make another person's life better? How can I help someone? That might simply be taking the kid, babysitting or looking after friends' children for a couple of hours so they can get out and have some time to themselves. It might be helping an elderly relative. It might be doing some sort of work in the community. It might be offering a service that you offer normally to clients if you work in a service-based industry at a discount rate, or do a special deal that other people can afford, or doing something simply for free for the love of being of service and wanting to help someone or make their life better in some way. Maybe you might want to be a shoulder to cry on, be an open ear, offer counsel, or even just listen to someone that needs to offload. All these sorts of things, as well as examining your own relationships with maybe your family members, your children, your friends, your neighbors, your clients, your community, and thinking, how can I make this relationship better? Now, there are some people who, as a realization of examining these relationships, have discovered it's better to walk away. Some things can't be improved, and some things are healthier to walk away from. So each to their own, and everybody's life is different. This number 6 universal month also indicates time can be spent in the domestic responsibilities, on the home, pets, gardens, renovating, having a clear out, working on the home, or spending more time in the home. And it also indicates time needed for self-care, to honor yourself, to be kind to yourself, to love yourself, and to do the things that you need to feel like your glass is full. So that's a little bit of insight into the 8 universal year and the 6 universal month for July. Now we're going to look at your own individual personal year forecast, which is a lot more accurate and more fine-tuned for you personally. Let me have a little sip of my cup of tea here. Ah, yum. So first we're going to calculate your own personal year number. There is a description on written form of how to do this in the description of the YouTube video, or if you're watching this video on my website, you will find the written description highlighting how to do this if you don't understand the verbal instructions I'm about to give. What we're going to do to calculate your personal year number is we're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 8. And we're doing that because number 8 is 2024. We're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 8. So let's use the birth date 28th of March, for example. We would go 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. Now, if you end up with a double-digit number, the next rule of thumb is to add together any double numbers until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that's your personal year number for the whole year. So in this example, we ended up with 21. We would add 2 and 1 together to get a 3 personal year number. Let me use another example. Let's use the 19th of December. 19th of December, we add the 19 and the 12 for December to number 8. 1 and 9 is 10, 10 and 1 is 11, 11 and 2 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 8, 19, 11, 1, 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 personal year. All right? Right, so now that you've got your personal year number, let's go through the forecast, starting with personal year number 1. You guys are in a new beginning this whole year. It's a brand new, fresh 9-year cycle for you. New mindset, new attitude, new energy, new opportunities, new projects, new friends. Everyone's life is different, and this one will affect people in different ways. But one thing's for certain, don't let it go to waste. Know that this is a fresh new energy. Have a positive mindset. Try to see the glass half full. This is a great time to take action, to move forward with plans, and to start something new. Now, for the month of July, you're in an 8 personal month, and that is a month that is a strong focus on manifestation. Get clear. What am I thinking about? What do I want to attract? Do I believe it's possible? Am I positive? Am I negative? Are you doing anything deliberately to manifest the things you want into reality? Are you practicing affirmations, visualizing? Are you meditating? Are you having a positive mindset about what it is you want? Are you working on yourself, doing some self-improvement to raise your overall vibration? The higher your vibration through self-improvement, the easier it is to attract the things you want with the law of attraction. This is also a number that may focus on for some of you, on career and business and job. Some people may find a new job or have changes in their job. Some people may leave a job or be thinking about a new job. So if anything, it might spark an interest. Oh, I think I might want to be looking for something else. There might be changes in the role or changes within the workplace or the work environment. This number 8 also can be about money and finances. So it's a time to budget, not overspend or overcommit yourself. This number 8 also can focus on needing to look into legal matters, taking care of business deals. It's certainly a number that indicates this month you really want to be as honest as you can. It's not a good energy to be greedy, desperate, manipulative, forceful, dishonest, or dodgy, because it's asking for trouble. You will attract what you are, and if you are no good, you will attract some not good shit. We don't want that. We want good stuff. So be aware of that and take responsibility for your actions. Let's move on now to personal year number 2. You guys are in a year where it is a year of about trying to obtain balance in your life, a stable foundation, doing some work behind the scenes to be able to achieve that, whether it's, doing some work on yourself or getting things in place to set up a strong foundation. This is typically a slow moving energy. So some people may find that things have slowed down in their life. Some people may think that they're on the wrong path because nothing's really happening. The 2 is known for that. It deliberately, purposefully slows everything down and highlights it emotionally so that you can become more instinctive or more intuitive and feel a lot deeper and be a lot more sensitive to how you're feeling so that you can get clearer about what you want and what you need and who you are and what you are and why you are and what's going on. So it's almost a time to slow down and pause and go within. You may feel hypersensitive, to be aware, try not to overreact. It's also a time where some people may actually find a lot of love in their hearts. Some people can attract more love and companionship and connection with others in this energy, whether it's groups of people or best friends or a circle of friends or a love partner. Everyone's situation is different, but you certainly do need to be positive and you do need to be patient in this slow-moving year. For the month of July, you're in a 9 month, and that 9 month is out with the old to make way for the new. This is an energy of moving into new territory, but before you can fully move into new territory, you need to tie up some loose ends. For some, it can also be like a bit of a payoff energy where something might have been plugging away at something for some time, and now the results can finally come to fruition. So it can be like a payoff or being able to sort of, the roosters come to rest, you know what I mean? Like that sort of payback, payoff year, month. Others, it's about, endings and completion. So what have you got to release? What is it that you don't need anymore? Whether it's old clothing or old items around the home, or whether it's moving away from an outworn friendship, or you've outgrown a career or a love relationship or a hobby. It might be a feeling of, I'm a different person now. I need to move away from this situation or this experience or this project. It also is a feeling where there is forgiveness needed about sort of tying up loose ends and resolving conflicts or resolving situations, being able to look at things from a much wiser point of view, looking from up, looking down, looking at the bigger picture, becoming more broad-minded, more wiser, compassionate and understanding. It's a great month to, again, be of service to other people, help out where you can, especially family and loved ones and the community. It's a good time to let go and release in preparation for new things to come in. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 3. You guys are in a year where this year is encouraging you to have more fun, to be more lighthearted, to get out of the rut, to get out of the criticizing, negative mindset, to get out of that pessimistic doom and gloom and move into the sunshine, to move into a feeling of faith and hope and joy and laughter. This year is encouraging you to try and get out and about more, to involve yourself more in life, to have more adventure and to be more social, to be more creative, more expressive, more communicative. A great year to have conversations that need to be had, to connect with people you haven't connected with in a while, old friends. You are, for the month of July, you're in a 1 month, and that 1 month is, again, it's a fresh energy, it's a new beginning type of energy. It is also a green light, move forward, take action energy. So it's a month where you might get new ideas. It's a great month to launch a new product or a new project, or you may only just simply get an idea for something, and that's good, that's creative, that's a creative idea. But it is about being sort of action orientated, okay? So being self-motivated, getting off your butt and taking the steps to get the ball rolling, to be optimistic and positive and to have a good attitude, and to know that, to believe in yourself, to really believe that you are capable of anything and that the universe will accommodate you if you're in a high vibration through self-awareness and working on your lower self tendencies, the behavioral patterns or triggers or limiting beliefs that you may have that are holding you back to move through any self-sabotaging behavior or worries and fears. It's about being courageous, being independent, and being motivated and getting out there and taking the world by storm, or getting in the driver's seat of your life. So you've been given the green light to take action, to move forward with plans, and to be optimistic, and to not just sit on your butt and hope things come to you, to realize the role that you play in that, and to meet the universe halfway by taking action. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 4. You guys are in a year where it may be a bit slow, that's slow going. There's usually a lot on your plate when you're in a 4 year. It's a year that can feel quite restrictive, quite sort of limiting. It can be a year where you might feel held back, where things are slow to come to fruition, where it almost feels like there may be more effort required, more hurdles, more, obstacles, and you might feel like you're exerting twice as much energy, but yet receiving half of the results that you would any other time. So the lesson of the 4 year is consistency, persistence, dedication, commitment, determination, self-discipline are the keys, and patience this year. But you can really build something of value if you stick to it and don't give up. In the month of July, you're in a 2-month, and that is where the topic of emotions may come to the surface for some. So some people can have things go down or happen this month that create an emotional response. So for some people, it's a challenging thing, like it can be a disappointment, or it can be something that triggers the old emotions going that you need to work through, or something doesn't necessarily happen, but you may find repressed emotions coming to the surface and wonder why you're feeling a lot more sensitive or a bit emotional about things than, for no reason. Other people, it can literally be positive emotions, the feeling of, I feel so connected, I feel like I belong, I feel like I'm part of something, I feel like I'm connected to all that is, a sense of, combined efforts, partnerships, bonding with others in group situations, one-on-one conversations that are really deep and meaningful, really feeling connected and that you belong, a need to share love but receive love as well. Partnership is something that comes up for some people, but also relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface with other people. And these relationships aren't just love relationships. They can be relationships with colleagues, work colleagues, clients, neighbors, family members, friends, children. Issues that have been brewing beneath the surface can rise to be blown up out of the blue in July. So be aware of that. Therefore, you need to be more understanding, more cooperative, more gentle, less judgmental, less aggressive. Try and soften so that you can understand and reach a nice solution there, resolve conflicts, things like that. But some people will have a really, really good month. It's a slow energy as well. So the 2-month is very slow, and the 4-year that you're in is very slow. So you really do need to be extremely patient this month. Don't force things to happen, because by forcing things to happen, they will fall flat. They won't take off. They won't work out. If you are forcing, if you're desperate, if you're manipulative, if you're aggressive, it doesn't go down well with this combination of numbers. So you need to trust. You need to relax. You need to be receptive. You need to just be and let things unfold without forcing things to happen. It's divine timing where the magic happens, not your timing. I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 5. You guys are in a year of change, all right? So it's a year where anything can happen, and it usually does. So you may find things come from left field. You may find that you didn't see things coming out of the blue, and they can be really exciting, magical things. Really adventure. It's a great year for adventure and change and trying new things and breaking out of the box and just shaking things up and just doing random fun things, change and being more, just experimenting with things. But also you can sometimes feel like you've got itchy feet and you need to make a shift, but you don't know where you're going to go or what you're going to do. For the month of July, you're in a 3-month, and that is a very scattered energy, and so is your 5-year. So one of the pieces of advice to give you for the month of July is to try and stay organized. All right, write things down so you don't forget. Try to finish what you start, because it's a very distracting energy. It means that you can start something and might not finish it. You're distracted. You're down one path and then you've jumped over to somewhere else, and then something comes up and now you're over here and then you're over there, and it's just all over the show. So you can start to feel quite fragmented and quite scattered and not really accomplish anything if you don't be disciplined, focused, and organized. It's a great fun combination of numbers, though. A lot of fun to be had, a lot of adventure, a lot of excitement. Some people can do like random things you wouldn't ever expect that they would do in this combination of numbers. Or you yourself may feel like you want to just do something random and fun and just throw caution to the wind. So have fun, take some risks, but make sure they're responsible, calculated risks. Great time to get social, to get out and about. Great time to speak your authentic truth, to be true to who you are and to make yourself known and your message known. Great time to be a mover and a shaker, to get out there and spread the word or to make yourself known by promoting yourself. doing the old networking and all that sort of thing. Great time for having conversations and saying what needs to be said, for being creative if you're creatively inclined, artistic kind of things, but also great for writing or communicating your truth, especially when it comes to having to have conversations that clear the air or that contribute to making a situation better. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 6. You guys are in a year where, you also are in the same energy of the personal month. Universal month is 6, and you're in a 6 year. So that amplifies that 6 energy, which is about the relationships and the people in your life and the home. Home and domestic responsibilities, pets, animals, gardens, neighbors, family, loved ones, all of that. You may be needed to be there, to be a shoulder to cry on, or to help out with, be there to offer a helping hand to people, community, family, others. Might be more work on your plate if you're working a service-based career. And relationship issues that are brewing beneath the surface may rise to be addressed this year, this whole year for you. Now, for the month of July, you're in a 4 month, and that is saying effort is required. Hard work and effort. You head down, bum up. Do whatever needs to be done this month to get the job done, to accomplish goals. This is not a month to sit on your ass and do nothing and hope that things just work themselves out. You need to be responsible this month. You need to take the bull by the horns. You need to evaluate what needs to be done to solve things or achieve goals or to fix problems, and do it. Do the work, do the work. When you do the work, the rewards are there. When you don't do the work, shit goes down. If you want to make your life more difficult, then do nothing. But if you want to improve your life, you want to make something of, you want to build your empire, you want to improve your health, you want to improve your relation, whatever it is that you want, do what needs to be done towards achieving that goal. Take action, do the work. This is a slow month. So you need to be extra patient. You may feel or notice that there's more obstacles or delays or a feeling of restriction in this period of time. So therefore you need to be consistent, persistent. Don't give up. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Take the bull by the horns. Do what needs to be done. Be dedicated, committed, and consistent. And you really, by the end of this month, can achieve something worthwhile. You can look back and go, man, I really killed it. I really nailed it that month. And look at what I've got as a result to show for it. Do not waste this energy. It's a very valuable time. Make it work for you and do the best you can. I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 7. You guys are in a year where there's a lot of inner work going on. So this whole year is not so much about all of the goals you can smash out in the physical world, although that's still going down as well, and that's absolutely fine, and that can happen, of course. But it's more of an internal examination year, the 7 year. And that's where you'll be looking within and asking the big questions. Who am I? Why am I the way I am? What do I want? What do I need to be and do to achieve what I want? What changes do I need to make to do that? What's holding me back? Why is it holding me back? Why do I feel the way I do? Why do I think the way I do? Is that even accurate? Positive thinking is required. The 7 year is encouraging you to uncover the secrets and mysteries of the universe beyond the physical world, understanding that your thoughts are energy. Everything is energy. You attract what you focus your attention on the most. To try and find ways to be happy, to try and find ways to have faith and hope, but to find your spiritual truth, because that is what's going to get you over the line when you believe something of a higher power of some sort. The title of what that is or what it looks like is irrelevant. That's personal to you. The title is irrelevant. The fact that you believe in something is what is important. Now, for the month of July, you're in a 5 month, and that's a month of change, where there's a change going on. Things can change direction this month. Some change is unexpected. You might have had plans and thought certain things were going to unfold a certain way, and then they don't, out of the blue. So number 5 can mean unexpected events or unexpected change. Sometimes that can be challenging. Sometimes it can be really dynamic and really exciting. Things you had no idea were going to happen can out of the blue just fall into your lap. If you've got changes that you know you need to make within yourself or in your life, this is a time to make them. If there are sort of something you want to try out for, but you probably think you probably don't have a show of getting it or a chance, take a chance. You've got nothing to lose by taking a chance, providing you're not so attached and desperate. You've got to be detached from it, but still give it a shot, because you never know. Anything can happen, and it usually does in the energy of 5. This is a time to have adventure, to take a vacation, to try some new things, to jump, to push yourself outside of your boundaries, to move through outwardly, to experience new things, shake things up. Just feel that kick in your step. Take a risk. Just even if it's something like trying a new type of food, or taking a different route to work, or just driving somewhere or going somewhere you've never been before, just to see a new environment, or talk to a random stranger, or just new stuff, interesting stuff. Some people may feel a bit restrictive, might feel like they've got itchy feet and want to just do something random. Just make sure that you take a responsible and a calculated risk, but still have as much adventure and fun as you can. Make a change, be a mover and shaker, and be prepared to not have your plans too set in stone, because anything can change. Anything can change. This is a number of change, unexpected changes, of change of plans. So don't have your plans too set in stone. Be flexible and adaptable and go with the flow this month. I leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 8. Now, you guys are always in the exact same forecast as the universal year and universal month. So that means you get a double dose. So as you guys know, all about the 8 universal year and your 8 personal year is very much strongly governed by the law of cause and effect, by the law of manifestation, the law of attraction, the law of vibration. Do everything you can to raise your vibration. How do you raise your vibration? You raise it through your thoughts and emotions. The more positive your thoughts and emotions are, the higher the frequency. Gratitude and being grateful for what you have, no matter how small it is vital. Even if you're grateful to have a roof over your head, to have food or a meal a day, to be in a country that is not in the middle of a war zone right now. If you're healthy, how lucky are you to be healthy in this particular moment, that you're not on a hospital bed with a terminal illness? You want to find ways to feel grateful? Look at how bad your life could be and look at where you are. There's always something that could be a lot worse, and how lucky you are that it's not. That's something to be grateful for. Gratitude, appreciation, doing more of what makes you feel good is really a powerful way to raise your vibration. Now, for the month of July, you guys are in a 6 personal month, and that is a focus on the people and the relationships in your life. People being of service and domestic responsibilities, the home, garden, pets, loved ones, children, neighbors, work colleagues, clients, and people in the community, and your partner if you are partnered up with someone. This month will have a focus on those types of things. So you want to look first of all at the role you play. What can I do to make the relationships that I'm in better? Maybe I could be a bit more kinder, a bit more friendlier, a bit more caring, a bit more understanding, a bit more helpful, less aggressive, less angry, less critical, less judgmental. The 6th month is also saying, how can you help? How can you offer a helping hand? It might be a stranger that might need help with their groceries. It might be, if you work in a service-orientated career, that you offer a discount price to some of your services so other people can afford them. Or you might do some work for free. You might just say, look, I'm going to go on and do a Facebook Live or something. Who's got some questions they need help with? I'm going to give you my services and my opinions and answers for free for an hour. You know, it's about what can I give, not what can I get, the energy of 6. It really is. It's about being a shoulder to cry on. Who might need to listen to you? Who might need to work, help you figure things out? They might want to share their problems with you, that sort of thing. But whatever you can do to be of service and to help, also working on the home, pets, animals, all that sort of thing, this is the month to focus on those sorts of things. And then we have personal year number 9. You guys are in a year where it's out with the old to make way for the new. It is the final year in a 9-year block of time. So it's where you are moving from the chrysalis into the butterfly. So it is a year of transformation, where you are moving from one state of being and one state of mind into another. And it's kind of like a year where it's about tying up the loose ends. You know, you're about to move into a whole new frequency or a whole new opportunity, a whole new 9-year cycle. But before you can fully move into it 100%, you need to tie up the loose ends of what's left behind, you know. It's about letting go and rising above, or fixing and healing, or finishing projects, or just getting ready to open yourself up to new beginnings, new mindset, new way of looking at things, and new opportunities, and a new you. Now for the month of July, you're in a 7 month, and that is where it's a big focus on the mind, body, spirit, holistic aspect of yourself. This is a great month to study and learn. It is a month to focus on mind, body, spirit, health, and well-being. So first of all, look at your health. There'll be some of you that need to be looking into your health and adjustments and improvements that might need to be made there. Other people, it might be more of a spiritual focus. There's a need to solidify or to even find a relationship with whatever it is you believe spiritually, and put attention and cultivate a relationship with source energy or with whatever you believe spiritually. This may mean a time for more time in nature, a more time for meditation, breath work, prayer, exercise, healthy eating, maybe looking at holistic or alternative therapies, maybe getting a reading or a healing or whatever it is that you're drawn to. Reading and studying any kind of material that falls under mind, body, spirit. Also psychology. For some people, it's more of a scientific thing, more of an IT thing. Everybody's different, going through different phases. But the 7 is a time where it's a very slow energy. So you have to be quite patient in this frequency, in this forecast, and you can't force things to happen. You need to trust. You need to have faith, and you need to find ways to not feel restricted and be able to rise above any feelings of urgency or a need to kind of control or manipulate. Time in nature really, really helps, as well as just meditating more, visualizing, listening to beautiful music, spending quiet time alone to hear that inner voice, to contact and connect with your higher self, to follow your instincts and your intuition. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic month, and I will be in touch on the 1st of August for your August forecast. Take care. Bye.